got a lot of cool cars here at IAG, but one thing you haven't seen too much of on our YouTube channel is our 2023 BRZ. And that's because it's basically bone stock. But all of that is about to change with this new build. So I really wasn't kidding when I said this thing's bone stock. We really haven't done any modifications to it. But I do think even in its stock form, the FA24 has a lot more power than its predecessor, the FA20, and this just lends itself to being a great track car. I know a lot of you guys use this as a track car, so it really only made sense that we go ahead and do our own build. So what we're going to do in this YouTube series is showcase some of the performance enhancing modifications that we put on this car, and then we're going to go out to our local track and get some times to really have an apples to apples comparison to see if the mods we do work. Before we take the car out to the track this weekend, there are some upgrades we're going to do already, including these Hawk DTC 60 brake pads. We've got some high temp brake fluid, and we have some 200 treadwear tires, which will give us a lot more grip. Another mod we need to do to the interior of the car before we head out is install the AIM Solo 2 data logger. As the name implies, it allows us to record CAN bus information from the car, and that's extremely helpful for us down the road when we go to review the track day. It also has a GPS-based track timer, so it's going to allow us to record a baseline lap time.
I'm going to be helping out today with getting the Solo 2 installed, as well as the CAN analog module and the oil pressure and oil temperature sensors, so we can get all the data that we need while we're on track. Let's go ahead and get this thing in the car.
So we've got the most essential modifications we need installed on the BRZ, including the AIM Solo 2 DL, that oil pressure sensor, we've got some sticky tires on the stock wheels, and we have a front tow hook. Just in case we happen to go off, you gotta make sure you have a good tow point. So really with that said, let's stop talking about the car and let's go test it. Okay, we're at Summit Point in West Virginia. It's really nice weather out today, so we're gonna get some awesome conditions for our track testing. The other cool part is Dewey's also here, so we're gonna do a little bit of a friendly competition to find out who's the faster driver. All right, well, I just got done with my second session driving the BRZ. This thing is an absolute blast. Dewey and I are having a great time today getting some data from this car. And we're also hanging with the Porsches and the BMWs and some Mustangs, so some really high-powered cars for a little BRZ to be keeping up with. I got down to a 25.1, which is pretty respectable for your first couple times at this track in a car that's not properly set up. But that's not the only reason why we're here. We've got Dylan with the laptop right now analyzing some data, and we may or may not be developing some parts for this car in the future, so keep an eye out for that. I'll tell you guys a little bit more about that in future videos. So with that said, I think we got all the data we need from the track, so let's head back to the shop.
So we just got back from the track, and honestly, the mods were fantastic. Good set of tires, good set of brakes, aim for the data. It's all you really need to go out there and have a great time and have an incredibly capable car. The modifications we did also showed some of the things that could be improved, which is really exciting because this is going to turn into a build series, and I am amped. I've wanted to do a BRZ build series for so long. We've got some really solid baseline time set and with very basic modifications, and now we can go back to the track with the modifications we make and make sure they're actually making the improvements we want to make. I'm stoked. This car is an absolute weapon on track now, and it's only going to get better. So if you are really into this, you want to see more content like this, do us a solid. Like, subscribe, hit us up on Facebook, hit us up on YouTube, and show us your support for this. We want to do more of this, but it's up to you guys to tell us you want it.